How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to another Flesh and Blood video here on Red Zone Rogue. Today, we're going to take a look at what is quite possibly the biggest TCG event of the year, especially for Flesh and Blood fans, because we have the official information about Flesh and Blood Worlds. Also, we have some sneaky little tidbits about Dynasty. Now, if you watched the latest episode of the Living Legends podcast, we had Chris Bewley from Legend Story Studios come on to talk about content creation as well as the Dynasty spoiler season. We also got the official confirmation that Az from Go Again Gaming, shout out to Az, you should all go subscribe to Go Again Gaming, will be getting his first official preview card for Dynasty, and it will be an Azalea card, or at least a card designed for Azalea, which is super, super cool. But we also see here that we're gonna start to see a little bit of tidbits from Dynasty starting August 30th, which is about, well, today's the 11th, so we have a little bit of time here, but that's not all. Before we start going into the world's information, we also have this this cheeky little art piece, and I tweeted about this, and I was just like, yo, is this the Emperor of Volcor? And it turns out, yes, this is the Emperor of Volcor. Look at this dude. Oh, look at his hair, man. And like, I love his, this frilled collar that he's got going on. You can't see my mouse on the screen, but dude, it looks sick. He also has a sword. He looks very wizardy. And I know all of the wizards derive their power from the Emperor, I believe. Something to that effect. So I don't know. I think he's going to be some like awesome like wizard dude. So yeah. That's this little bit of information. Super cool. I'm really interested to see how he comes into play. All right, so we have here on the official Flesh and Blood site, we're gonna scroll down. Here we have the Emperor again. We're gonna look at this, the World Championship, November 3rd to the 6th. So pack your bags, well, at least not yet, but book your flights, get your things ready. November 3rd through the 6th. The Flesh and Blood World Championship. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, I didn't get invited to the World Championship. I'm not going to be playing in it. It doesn't matter. There's going to be an open calling as well as a ton of side events. It's going to be like a Flesh and Blood festival, a Flesh and Festival, if you will. It's going to be really, really cool. And so there's going to be reasons for you to go to the World Premiere event, or not World Premiere event, the World Championship, even if you didn't get invited. It's going to be the best event of the year. If you're gonna go to one event, go to this one. Everyone's gonna be there. It's gonna be amazing. So let's take a look at it. So I actually haven't read this entire article, so we're going to kind of read it and go over it a little bit together, and we'll just kind of talk about the information. A lot of this is gonna be like my first impressions of it, so it's gonna be exciting. And even though this is gonna be my first impressions of it, I still think it's gonna be the #1 event to go to, because it's Worlds. You know they're going to pull out all the stops. The Pro Tour was amazing. Worlds is going to be even better. Before we get started, though, I also wanted to shout out this. There we go. Part of the right site. Red Zone Rogue shirts are in stock on the website. So if you want a Red Zone Rogue shirt and rep it, maybe at the World Tournament, rep Red Zone Rogue at the Worlds, you can buy that. I only have 40 available. We might have a second print run, depending on how these do. The coloring's a little bit lighter than I would have liked, but I still think they look really, really nice. So the link's in the description. Let's talk about the World Championship. And we're going to read through this pretty much. We're going to skim it a little bit, but this is the pinnacle of the Flesh and Blood World organized play finally comes into sight. 4 years of competition have been building to this point. This is so awesome. And right now, I don't know if I'm going to be doing coverage for this. No one's asked me. But even if I'm not doing coverage, I'm going to be going because I want to play in the side events. I want to interact with you, the community, everyone out there. It's just going to be an amazing way to just meet people, play some games, and just enjoy Flesh and Blood for what it really is. Just an amazing way to get together in the Flesh and Blood under the common language of playing great games and just, you know, talk to people, play games with people. It's just a great time. So 50,000 armory events, 2,000 skirmishes, I said that weird, 2,000 skirmishes, 600 Pro Quest, 500 Road to National, 64 National Championships, 18 callings, and I've been to a little handful of those callings, and 2 Pro Tours. It now all culminates this November in San Jose as we welcome the elite from Flesh and Blood community to battle for the highest honor in the game and the chance to become the first world champion. Oh, I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome. So the inaugural Flesh and Blood World Championship will test players as never before. For the first time ever, we are hosting a tournament that will feature 3 formats. We have Classic Constructed, Draft, and Blitz. Okay, that makes sense, right? Blitz is a little interesting here. I know a lot of folks would have only preferred Classic, Constructed, and Draft, but I like Blitz being in here. You know, these are the 3 main ways to play Flesh and Blood. And, you know, to be the world champion, you need to be the best at all 3 of these. Across 3 days, players will have to demonstrate across all Flesh and Blood's premier formats in order to have a chance at the ultimate prize. Yep. Alongside this truly one-of-a-kind event, we will be hosting tournaments for all Flesh and Blood players, including a CC calling, Blitz battle hardened, and 3 full days of side events. Cash prizes, you get your gold promos, you get PTIs, and all that good stuff. Yeah, really, really sweet. I'm super looking forward to it. So here's the quick and dirty. So 3rd to the 6th, it's going to be in the San Jose Convention Center South Hall. So I know this is something that a lot of folks were wondering, you know, where is it going to be exactly? Because San Jose is it's kind of a big city. Let's click on the fabevents.gg. Is it already up on here? Yo, look at this. Looks sick. This looks sick. Yo. Okay, we're gonna get to some of this stuff in just a second, but let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. All right, so Thursday we have the World Championship Players registration. And 6 p.m. we'll have World Championship Player Reception, LSS Q&A discussion panel. Interesting. I'd like to know more about this and who was able to go into this. Friday, 9 a.m. we have the World Player Meeting, Worlds Round 1 Draft, and then Worlds Classic Constructed. Okay, so if you are not going to be playing in the Worlds, I think it's just going to be a Saturday, Sunday kind of deal for you, unless you get to go to this QA panel, because these 2 are just like Worlds events. So Saturday, we have Calling Player Meeting and Worlds Check-In, and then Worlds, and then San Jose. Though, you know what? On Friday, there might be a bunch of side events too. So, you know, I lied. You might want to come on Friday. I'll probably get in on Wednesday, just so I have some buffer time. Because there's a chance that I might be able to go to this, but I don't know. We'll see. So we have Calling starting on Saturday. On Sunday, we have the Battle Hardened, Calling, and Worlds. Ooh, spicy. Yeah, so, yeah, makes sense. So Friday 4th to 6th, yep, World Championship overview. It's going to be CC, Uprising, Draft, and Blitz Constructed. So yeah, the World's going to have all 3, like they said. You can register, entry fee none, because your invite, it's basically invite only. Yep, exactly what I just said. It's invite only. You just have to pre-register for the event. So if you are invited, you should go do that, like literally right now. It's ratings based. So as of Monday, September 26th, that's the cutoff point here, directly following the end of the national champ season, with the exception of the German and Singaporean players who will receive ratings based on their standings on October 1st. Interesting. Okay. World Champ invitations will be offered to players ranked in the top 50 global leaderboards for XP, or lifetime XP, 90-day XP, constructed ELO, and limited ELO. Oh, that's real interesting. So it's going to do all 4 of these. Redeeming a PTI. Here it talks about redeeming PTIs, gifting PTIs. A player may gift a PTI to another player by emailing and doing all this stuff. If this is like what you want to do, here's all the information. We're not going to really go over it. It's just a thing that can happen. You know, you can do that. You can gift if you want to gift. You can buy one if you want to buy one from someone. But that's that. All right, so let's get to some other stuff. So tournament information, schedule. We got Classic Constructed, Uprising, Blitz, all pretty standard stuff here. They're gonna be Swiss rounds, best of 1. Once again, this is all some pretty standard stuff. 50-minute rounds, 5-minute or plus 5 minutes. For start of the game procedure and all that kind of good stuff. Draft, Swiss rounds are 30. CC rounds are 30 as well. Top 8. This is interesting. Let's take a look at the top 8. Top 8 playoffs are single elim, Classic Constructed, best of 1 matches. That makes sense. Top 8 matches have no time limit. Players are expected to play at a reasonable pace. For each top 8, the player that finished higher than Swish. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Then we also have the deck list and card legality and all this kind of good stuff. Okay, so I actually want to talk about this right now. And this is this is something that's really important. It says, it is the responsibility of each player to ensure there are no distinguishing marks or patterns on their cards or sleeves for the duration of the tournament. Vendors will be on site selling sleeves if required. If you are going to a high-level competitive event, and this is true for every card game, any Magic Pro Tour veteran will tell you, get brand new sleeves for your deck and make damn sure your cards are not curled because of the foils. If you have to, just get an entirely, non-foil deck. I know some cards only come in foils, so like Fabled cards. In that case, you can either make it clear or you can flatten it down or talk to the freaking tournament organizers and be like, hey, I have this card, yada yada, can I use a proxy for this card instead in the deck so it's not curled? Like, you have options. Do your due diligence so you don't get disqualified at the freaking Worlds tournament. All right, so people, at least everyone watching this video, it's on you. Like, you've been warned, like, you know the deal. Like, make sure your deck isn't like curled or anything like that. We've seen people get disqualified and it sucks. It really sucks. You don't want to be that person. So do everything you can to like protect yourself so you don't get DQ'd at the freaking Worlds. Here are the prizes. $100,000. Oh man, okay, that's pretty good. You get 100K. You get the champion prize card, which is probably going to be amazing. Gold legendary, the heals class, talent, and plus a PTI. Second place, you get 25K. Still pretty good. Gold. Even top 4, you get 16.5K. You still get over 10 grand if you get in the top 4. That's pretty good. Top 8, you still get up to 7.5K. Top 16, you still get 4,000 bucks. Up to 32, you get 2K, which will help pay for the weekend. Top 64 gets 1.5. That'll also help pay for the weekend. You know what? That's pretty good. Even if you're 64th place, you get $1.5 thousand. It's not bad. That's not bad. So pretty good. The Calling San Jose will have 20K in cash prizing total, which is funny because you can get that just by getting a top 4. It's pretty close. Calling is open entrance. It's CC. You can register here. Yeah, I mean, it's a calling. Here's all the boring information, the timestamps and when you should be ready and all this kind of stuff. If I'm not doing coverage, I'll probably be playing in this. So this is something I'll have to look at in more detail in the future when it matters more, like, when do I need to be sitting there and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, it's a calling, right? So it's the same kind of deal. Swiss best of 1, 50 minutes, yada, yada. Top 8, all this kind of stuff is the same kind of deal. You get 7K for first, 3K for second. Still get $1,000 if you get top 4, $800 for top 8, and 200 for top 32. At this level of prizing, the gold is where you're going to get a good chunk of your returns here. And Pro Tour invites is always pretty sweet. And then they have the battle hardened. We're going to speed through this a little bit, but it's a battle hardened. It's going to be blitz. Same kind of deal, best of 1, but shorter rounds, 30 minutes. Pricing is $500 for number 1 and number 2. You get a legendary, you get a battle hardened exclusive playmat for top 8, PTI only for the top place, and then you get a random gold drop cold foil legendary. So yeah, pretty sweet. Good stuff. Also look at this art. I love this is going to be a really cool themed set. Here's the ticket packages. So you can have the gold foil main event package, $200. Okay, hold on. What do you get this? Entrance into the world. Oh, you buy into the player reception. Interesting. So $200, buying into the player reception, entrance into the calling, 3 constructed, or you get like the vouchers. You get the Sink Below playmat, which is really, really cool. World Champ Dragon Shield sleeves. I'm really excited for that. And then World Champ event exclusive promo. Entering to the World Champion player reception is free for all World Champion competitors. Okay, so you don't need to do this if you're a World Champion player. Fabled main event package, $150. Entrance into the Calling San Jose. Then you get the Sink Below, get some coupons, you get the sleeves, and then get the promo. And then for the Go Again side event, which is, I really like the side events, so you get some side event coupons, you get entrance into the Battle Hardened, and then you get the playmat, the sleeves, and the promo. And then this is just like calling entrance just for the sleeves. I really wonder what the promo is. Limit 1 promo per person. Ah, okay, so that's important. If you sign up for all 3 of these, you only get 1 promo. But you can get a bunch of playmats and sleeves, I guess. Also, here's a Sync Below playmat, which looks really cool. I dig it. Sync Below is awesome, so I'll be happy to have my Sync Below playmat. All right, before we go, let's click on that thing we clicked on earlier and check out if there's any other things to be gleaned here other than this really cool artwork. I think this is basically just going to show us what we just saw. Oh, it's not going to give us a clue as to what the promo is. I wonder if the Emperor is the promo. I wonder if the Emperor is the promo or the sleeves. I don't know. He's pretty prominently featured here. Is this going to be the sleeves of the promo? I don't know. Like a cold foil Emperor? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this is going to be the event. If you are into Flesh and Blood, this is going to be the event. What's not talked about here are if there's going to be any artists or any other things like that going on. I hope so, man. Like the Calling Singapore, I'm so jealous of all the people who get to go to the Calling Singapore, because there's going to be like my absolute favorite artists are going to be there in person. Like Emanuela Crovius, who did our Vea Dragon Slayer mat, is going to be there. I would love to meet her in person and get some like signatures and stuff. Wishnu Tan is going to be there. Livia Prima is going to be there. I'm really jealous. I would love to go and meet those artists. They're all fantastic. So I hope there's some artists who show up here. Maybe we get Steve Argyle to come back. Maybe we get Mark Tadine. Maybe we get just any number of more Flesh and Blood artists. Federico Musetti to come back would be really cool. And then get some of those artists that I just named. Probably not, but it'd be cool to get some of those like artists from like Indonesia and all those kind of places, like Crovius and Livia Prima and all that kind of stuff. So artists, I would love to see the announcement for the artists, but yeah, this is gonna be awesome. Like I said, like if you can only make it to one event this year, Worlds, make it to Worlds. It's gonna be awesome. Everyone I know who's into Flesh and Blood, I think is gonna be going. Like I'm gonna be going no matter what. DM Ramada is gonna be going. Just it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be sweet. So you should go. It's going to be awesome. I would love to meet you. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to be going. Maybe we'll do, I never did like a community meetup, like a Rogues Gallery meetup. But if I'm not doing coverage, who would be into like a cool like meetup one of the nights to just like meet up and get like drinks and play Flesh and Blood and stuff? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if I'm not doing coverage, that's something that I might look into. The reason I say that if I'm doing coverage, I'm probably like super busy, and it's just going to be like, you know, working all weekend. But if I'm not doing coverage, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. I think this is going to be really cool. I'm really excited for all of this. Yeah, this is going to be like the event of the year for me. I've been kind of saving up for this, so I'm stoked. I'm stoked. Thanks so much, Ron. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.